So, you're 22, broke, and your paycheck disappears before rent's even due. You're juggling bills, student loans, and maybe even credit cards that keep creeping up. It feels like you're already losing the game before you've even started playing. Society told us, get a degree, get the job, and life just works out. But reality, you're stuck with debt, rent, and ramen noodles for dinner every night. It's like the dream turned into a trap. We were never taught this stuff in school. They showed us how to solve for X, but not how to budget when half your paycheck goes to rent. It's like being thrown into the deep end without learning how to swim. It feels like a trap, man. You're hustling, but the money just disappears. You feel behind in life, like everyone else got a head start and you're stuck running in circles. Here's the scary part: if you don't fix this now, broke at 22 can turn into broke at 32. Or even worse, broke at 42. And by then, the hole is way deeper, and climbing out feels impossible. That's why baby step 1 matters. It's the first move to break out of the trap. Because you don't want to stay broke, you want freedom, options, and a shot at building a real life. Did you know most Americans couldn't cover a $1,000 emergency without swiping a credit card? Yeah, that's the reality. Yo, what's up guys, I'm Sam, and welcome to Sam the Finance channel, where smart money moves start here. If you're trying to stop being broke and actually build a future, hit subscribe and let's level up together. Quick heads up, I'm not your financial advisor, this is for education only. In this video, I'm breaking down Dave Ramsey's baby step 1, the very first step to taking control of your money. We'll go over the numbers, the mindset, the lifestyle changes, and the traps you gotta avoid. Stick with me, because if you get this right, it could literally change your life. Alright bro, baby step 1 is where it all begins. Forget stocks, forget crypto. It's not about flexing investments. This first step is literally about survival, your starter shield against chaos. It's not retirement money. It's not about buying fancy assets. It's literally one goal: save $1,000 fast. Like, sprint to it, don't jog. Why? Because emergencies hit when you least expect it. Car breaks down, phone screen shatters, random medical bill shows up. Having cash ready means you don't spiral into panic mode. Most dudes think a credit card is their backup plan. Nah man, that's not security, that's just future stress with interest. That ain't an emergency fund. It's a trap. Picture this: your car breaks down Friday night. Instead of freaking out, you just pay cash and keep moving. That peace of mind, priceless, bro. Like Ramsey says, a crisis is not an emergency, it's just an inconvenience when you're prepared. That's the mindset shift. You're not broke anymore, you're building security. So why does Dave Ramsey say $1,000? Because most emergencies we face aren't massive disasters, they're little gut punches. A flat tire, a cracked phone, or a surprise doctor bill usually falls between $200 and $800. The magic number isn't about stacking cash like a baller, it's about coverage. You don't need 6 months of bills right now. You just need enough to stop the bleeding when life hits you. Imagine not stressing every night about what happens if your car dies tomorrow. That $1,000 buys you peace of mind, not just spare parts. Most guys my age think, I'll save later when I'm making real money. But trust me, lifestyle creep eats every raise you'll ever get if you don't build the habit now. It's not about the dollar amount, it's about building a money muscle. Saving $1,000 is like doing your first set in the financial gym. Bottom line, $1,000 won't make you rich, but it will keep you from drowning. It's your first win, your starter shield, and it proves you're in control, not your emergencies. Alright bro, saving that first $1,000 isn't about waiting forever, it's about grinding like you're on a mission. Think of it like a challenge mode in a video game. Short-term pain for long-term peace. Once you lock this in, emergencies won't stress you out the same way again. Here's the math: $1,000 sounds big, but break it down. That's $100 a week for 10 weeks, or $250 a week for just a month. When you slice it into chunks, the mountain doesn't look so impossible anymore. First hack: check your subscriptions. You don't need 5 streaming apps, bro. Cancel the stuff you barely use, and boom, that's instant cash back in your pocket. Next move: side hustle time. DoorDash, Uber, freelancing, or flipping stuff on eBay, whatever it takes. Think of it like picking up extra XP in a game. Every gig gets you closer to that $1,000 level up. Don't sleep on your closet, bro. Sell that old pair of Jordans or the gadgets collecting dust. Stuff you don't use could literally be the fastest cash you'll ever grab. Here's the mindset shift: saving isn't about being rich right now. It's about making choices. You grind today so you can chill tomorrow. Or as Dave Ramsey says, live like no one else now, so you can live like no one else later. Picture this: having just $1,000 set aside. It doesn't make you rich, but it makes you feel like you finally have a little control. That's the first taste of financial freedom, and honestly, it hits different. Imagine never having to run to a payday loan spot again. No more awkward texts to your parents asking for gas money. That $1,000 is your shield that keeps you safe from desperation moves. When you're broke, every day feels like chaos, like you're always one step away from disaster. But when you've got even just $1,000 in the bank, the stress level drops. You finally breathe easier, like life isn't trying to choke you out anymore. But here's the catch: you can't treat that money like it's extra cash to blow. It's not for sneakers. It's not for a weekend trip. That $1,000 is off limits unless it's a real emergency. Think of it as armor, something that protects your future self. The discipline today becomes peace tomorrow. And when life hits you with a curveball, you'll be ready instead of wrecked. Like the quote says, discipline is remembering what you really want. That $1,000 isn't about the money, it's about building the future you actually dream of. Your future self is literally gonna thank you for starting now. Yo, listen baby, step one can save your life, but the fastest way to ruin it is by cheating yourself. Don't play yourself, bro. This is survival cash, not fun money. Mistake number one: spending it on wants. Like bro, those new sneakers, that concert ticket, or Uber Eats at 2 a.m. that's not an emergency. If you burn your stash on that, you're back at zero when real life punches you. Second mistake: not separating it. If your emergency money sits in the same account as your weekend money, guess what? One night out and poof, it's gone. Keep that stash in a different account, out of reach. Third mistake: not refilling it. Emergencies will happen: flat tire, broken phone, surprise bill. That's the game. But if you don't put the money back, your safety net stays empty. Most people think, I'll just use my card, but that's a trap. Bro, debt equals interest, stress, and being stuck in the same cycle. Swiping plastic ain't freedom, it's chains. Remember, this debt is normal, but normal is broke. Be weird. Stack your $1,000, guard it, and flex with peace of mind instead of panic. Why start now? Bro, here's the truth: waiting till you're older just means stacking regrets. Starting early isn't about being rich tomorrow. It's about building the discipline that sets you free later. Trust me, compound discipline beats compound excuses every single time. Look, saving $1,000 now might feel small, but it saves you from $10,000 in debt later. Every smart move you make now is like dodging a trap that could wreck your future. Don't sleep on this, because avoiding debt is the real power play. Your 20s are the best time to build habits that stick. Once you lock in discipline now, your 30s and 40s become way more chill. It's like training in easy mode now, so you can play life on hard mode later without breaking. Most Gen Z dudes flex with cars, sneakers, or the latest iPhone, but real flex, having security, freedom, and zero panic when life throws a curveball. Imagine scrolling Instagram while knowing you've actually got peace, not just clout. Here's the thing, bro, discipline now equals options later. Every dollar you save is buying your future freedom, and that's a flex no one can take from you. So do something today your future self will thank you for. Stack that. So do something today your future self will thank you for. Stack that first $1,000. Build that habit and watch how much lighter life feels. This isn't about money, it's about peace. Picture this: you're driving home from work, and boom, your car breaks down. Normally, that's panic mode, right? But this time, you're chill, because you've got your baby step one fund ready. The mechanic says it'll be $600. That would wreck most people's week, but not you. You just pull from your emergency stash and handle it like a boss. Yeah, your fund drops to $400 left, but here's the thing: you're not broke anymore. You've got control, and you can rebuild it in just a few weeks. And here's the real flex confidence: you're no longer controlled by money, you control it. That's a whole different kind of freedom most people your age don't have. But yo, don't forget, if you spend it and don't refill it, you're back at square one. That emergency fund only works if you keep it alive. Look, baby step one isn't flashy. It's not about flexing on Instagram, it's survival mode. But trust me, it's the first brick in building real financial freedom. So, baby step one is simple: save $1,000 fast. It's your safety net, your shield from chaos, your first step to not being broke forever. Most people skip this step and wonder why money feels impossible. Don't be that guy. If this helped you, smash that like button, subscribe to Send the Finance channel, and share this with someone who needs it. Drop your thoughts in the comments. What's the hardest part about saving your first $1,000? Let's talk about it. Remember, smart money moves start here. You got this, one step at a time. I'll see you in the next one.